Children, Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Welcome back to our online class. Today is 27 January 2021, Wednesday. How are you all? In 6th class, we'll start with the lesson PT Usha. I hope you all have heard this lesson, the name of the athlete, runner. She was very fast runner. PT Usha, the golden girl. The lesson is about her. PT Usha. See, they look at the picture and discuss the questions that follow. Which sport is shown in the picture? Running race, right? Which sport or game do you play? What do you like? What are the difference between sports and games? What is the oral discourse here we have to talk on? Why sports and games are important for children. Nowadays, all children are sitting only with their laptops and phones, mobiles, isn't it, all the time? But we need sports and games also to keep ourselves physically fit, active, and fresh, energetic all the time. There should be all day. There should be no play. There's a old proverb, no play, only study will make John dull. So you have to play also, you have to learn also. Good things. Now let's start up the story about PT Usha, Indian athletes, fastest runner of India she was. PT Usha, India. This was the address on a letter from the Middle East. The letter was delivered by the postal department with no delay whatsoever. This was the status of Pillavu Lakandi. PT, full form of PT is Pillavu Lakandi Thikkaparambil Usha, who was born as second daughter of Pithal and Lakshmi Amma on 20th May 1964, her date of birth, in the village of Payolu, Kozhikode district, Kerala. It was November 1973, which was a dedicated physical education teacher called Balakrishnan discovered Usha while conversing with the parent. His eyes, ever watchful, kept drifting to a group of small girls playing blind man's bluff just across the field. Was there a pair of feet that were moving extraordinarily fast? She was extraordinary fast runner. Was that tiny dark girl in her blue skirt and white blouse moving like an instinctive athlete? Now who find out her teacher? Patient as ever, Balakrishnan waited for the game to be over, calling the little girl of her, "What's your name, child?" This shy little girl hardly raised her eyes from the ground. "Usha," she whispered and added, "from class 4th. Isn't it? She's so small, from class 4th. Thus was made one of the greatest discoveries in the athlete arena of Asia. A simple question from an observant master made one of the and an equally unassuming answer from a tiny village girl from a distant village in Malabar in Kerala. That same evening at 4:15 p.m., Usha heard the magical words for the first time in her life. What she heard? "On your marks, get set, go." These words. She heard and was ready for running race all the time. She was very expert in running. The master had explained to her what to do and why. Confused but very much aware of the seriousness of the occasion, she ran for her life. The rest is history. In 1975, she started her career. Usha was 11 years old and was participating vigorously. Very hard work she did. For the sub-junior district meet, her first eye. With 3 days to go, Usha badly injured her heel while practicing for the long jump. The day of the event, all eyes were on her. She was so punny, so unbelievably tiny that she was the crowd's favorite even before the race started. A white bandage on her heel won her even more sympathy. Isn't it? She got healed up. She has a white bandage, a little pain in her heel, but still, she still ran. All people trusted her. She came first in all the 4 events. She participated in 100-meter race, 200-meter race, long jump and high jump. She was also the individual champion at the meet. Academically, studies wise, Usha was an extremely bright student. It's very good, no? She was both in sports and studies also. She was always amongst the top 3 in her class and very popular with her teachers. She passed her class 7th exams with a first class grade. She was a studious student, good student even in studies and activities, sports also. Just then, the government of Kerala announced a separate sports division for girls at Kannur, a town with special facilities for sports in addition to regular studies. This was a good chance, golden chance for her to prove herself. Usha joined the sports division at Kannur to improve her sports talent. She was left in the safe hands of C.H. Pathal, the headmaster of the school. She was at Kannur that another great master fired her imagination so much that together they achieved the impossible. His name was Madhavan Namber. In 1977, Usha and Namber were inseparable. Namber was found the ward he had been waiting for all his life, and Usha had found her guru. Namber would from now on care for her life like a father. Coach, someone instructor for her. Elderly man like his father. He was responsible, he was very much interested and pushed her forward. Usha's meticulous systematic training began in the earnest. Usha had a regular training run on the beach of Paioli. She preferred to be trained alone, for the vastness of the beach gave her a sense of freedom. She ran joyfully and freely, and she derived her strength from the serenity and peace of her beloved Kerala surroundings. She did very well over there. Namber introduced his sand training in her program to enhance her performance in athlete. Just after the year 1982 New Delhi Asian Games, sand training had enhanced the performance of many great athletes, from Edwin Moses to top flight Indian athletes like Milkha Singh and Sri Ram Singh. Usha's athletic achievements are well known to almost all Indians. 2 silver medals in 1982 New Delhi Asian Games. Now, one by one, she started playing, and very well she did. She got medals and medals. Fourth place in 400 meter at 1984 Jakarta Asian Meet, and 4 gold and 1 silver at 1986 Asian Games in Seoul. P.T. Usha's story is that of a gifted child from humble origins, achieving international success through sheer dedication and immense hard work. Never, never in the history of independent India has a youngster from remote background town of rural origin caught the imagination of youth, understood in particular, and the public in general, as Usha has, said a professor of English in Usha's hometown. They were very happy that girl from their town, from professor, was very happy that she was good in studies also. Now she is doing very well even in the sports. Understood, children? Now you should also have some fun, activity, physical work as well as your studies, not just sitting in front of computers. You are becoming inactive, stagnant. Just sitting in one place is not all for children. Now we'll see the meanings, the hard words. Instinctive, arising from natural ability. Vigorously, working with strength and energy. Puni, small and weak. Earnest, serious. Fifth one, serenity means calmness. Enhance, to make greater or true or false. Write true T and false F. T Usha is also called as golden girl. Write the first answer true. In the bracket write T. She is only daughter of her parents. No, false F. Usha has an individual champion in sub-junior district meet. Yes. Usha was an average child in her studies. No, F. Fourth one F. Fifth one, Madhavan Namber alone was responsible for her international affairs, international fame. False. Now there is vocabulary here. See the names, children. The following is a list of the sports and games. How do we classify them into sports? Means what? Single person participation, and it takes less time. Whereas game, more than one participates in it and it takes more time. The names of the games are written here and the answers are next to it. Sports column: running, chess, badminton, carom, motor racing, skiing, swimming and table tennis. Whereas games: Only one participant is there. Volleyball, more than one. Cricket, isn't it? A team plays for it. It takes lot of time. Soccer, sailing, and lawn tennis. Look at the following sport games and write the number of the sport items. And this is your homework. Its names in your notebook. You may use the words from the box. The answers are here only. First one, second one. Okay, weights, goggles, shorts, tennis racket, volleyball, spikes, a football, football socks, football skirt, a basketball, a tracksuit. Isn't it? You can write it. Okay, running shoes, a hockey stick, a cricket ball, and a finish our lesson for today with our homework. Write the first one, write the synonym of the words attained and increase. Second question, what is the moral of the story? Send me homeworks by evening, children. Okay? See you tomorrow in next class. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.